Yep, we're good. Well, that'll be a fun intro. Hello and welcome back to the Too Many Words podcast.
Episode 62.
This is your co-host Jordan speaking. I am joined here today with my
Isaac William Joseph.
Yes, you are my Isaac apparently. Yeah, we have a nice, wonderful thing for you today where we just talk about a bunch of bullshit that we did this past week, and it's going to be wonderful.
Honestly, that's a great pitch because I have no clue what the main event is of this episode.
I mean, I think if we have a little bit of time left at the end, maybe we try to keep this episode short. I don't know. If we have a little bit of time left in the end, I might actually talk about some D&D stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
Ooh,
we'll
this
see.
guy.
We'll see. All right. Is there any announcements that you need to make today, Isaac?
All right. So, first announcement is that it is 11:31 at night on a Thursday, October 19th. Yes, I am so happy that this is episode 62 for absolutely no reason other than talking to my best compadre over here on my right.
Yes, sir.
As for announcements, big, awesome things are happening with the Scaldstone right now. We are in full forward motion for the next Scaldstone short film, and it's amazing. The script is being written. The cast is being cast. A lot of people are wanting to get involved, and I've never seen so much support for a bullcrap project that isn't even for like a school thing. It's just awesome to see. So, yes, my next short film, the next Scaldstone short film will be Marketplace. It's a short film called Marketplace. And as it is not currently released, nor will it be by the time this episode comes out, but it is in the works. All right, I don't know, the first act, or maybe even a little bit more than the first act, completely written out in script. I got a good friend named Benny who's ready to take on this main character role. I got a good friend named Robin who's ready to take on the side role. A few other actresses that are very much wanting to be involved, and it's just awesome. And so once that's out, it's going to be put on YouTube. The script for it is going to be put on Scaldstone Scripts. That's a real thing. That's a real page on thescaldstone.com. So if you want to check out my other scripts, go there. But yeah, it's just awesome. So tune in. Stay updated for the short film Marketplace on thescaldstone.com, YouTube, and that's probably pretty much all the platforms it will be on. I'm going to smash the hell out of the promotion for Marketplace on my Instagram and probably some other social media platforms, but it's going to be awesome.
Any other announcements?
No, other than that, just please follow the Too Many Words Instagram. We got a few new Instagram followers.
Yeah, we got 2 new Instagram followers.
Yeah.
We got Chaotic Starlet and Robin Dunks. That's Alexander Jasper and Robin, respectively.
Yes. You beat me to it.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit.
Well, I think you forgot Jinxed Forever 1 from last week, a week ago.
I'm not, well.
They followed a week ago, so I don't know, maybe. Oh, she totally got shouted out last week. I'm remembering now. There's 2 shout-outs for you.
See,
Kaylee?
I keep track because, like, I've tried to follow every one of our followers.
That's right.
Your, niece, Lexi? Is that who that is?
My cousin.
Cousin Lexi. Yeah, I try to follow her,
My niece.
Lexi K Art, and she keeps saying no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. But anyways, that's been it for the announcements and the Instagram follower shout-outs. Jordan, what did we learn this week?
Hang on.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Did you write this down? Jordan's doing really well for preparation this episode. It's awesome. Is that what you're doing? You're going to do like your notes, sir?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's see.
Oh, he's figuring out what he should learn right now.
The Chernobyl accident has only killed 68 people to date. It's expected to account for less than 0.001% of all new cancers in Europe over the next 60 years.
Wow. I'm going to ask you about that tomorrow and see if you remember that.
I'm not.
As for me, I think I've learned so much this past week. I have a couple things that I can tell you right off the dome.
Just one, doofus.
Nope. I think both is pretty important for me to share. Just last week, I found out that you could mail other people's mail from not their own mailbox as long as it's got the sending address, or no, the right address to go to. It doesn't matter which mailbox it's coming out of, as long as it goes into the right one.
I mean, I guess, yeah, that makes sense, but a lot of house mail, like mailboxes at your house, they don't take away mail.
What do you mean?
A lot of, like, mailboxes that you keep at your house do not take away mail.
What do you mean?
How can I describe that any differently?
They cannot take away mail?
Yes.
We got a flag that goes up.
Yeah, that's for them to flip up when you have mail.
No.
They don't take mail from our mailbox.
Really?
Yeah.
They take mail from ours.
Really?
Yeah, it sends out.
Yeah, we have to go to the post office or a designated mail drop-off box.
Do you think it has something to do with the size of the city?
Maybe. That, or it might just be city ordinance.
Peculiar.
Depending on the mayor
Peculiar.
and what they want, I guess.
Interesting. Because I was told to take a couple things from a certain employer that was supposed to go into the mailbox of where I work.
Okay.
And mail it out. I completely forget it. I just drive straight home. I look over when I get home. It's in my passenger seat. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm freaking out to my coworker over text. What do? Can you take this piece of mail because you're going to be at work tomorrow and I'm not, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, just put it in your mailbox. I'm like, excuse me? Is that legal? And she's like, yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Like I said, most of the time you could just put it in a drop box. That they take it from there. You want another piece of mailing information?
Sure.
You can mail a potato as long as it's got a
stamp,
an address, and a stamp on it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's fun.
It is fun.
Speaking of mail post service, a piece of mail advertising for the job of being a mailman came through to our house today.
Yeah.
And my mom said, hey, why don't you do this? And I'm like, absolutely not.
I've thought about becoming a mailman.
Sure, maybe for you. But like,
it's a respectful job.
It is, but it's not what I want to do.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, I see the benefits, and I see the like, the retirement plan. And I'm like, thanks, but no thanks. It's just, that would not be my jam. That would not be my jam. But,
would it be your jelly?
No. The other thing I learned is that taking showers at night versus taking showers in the day doesn't make too much of a difference. But there is a lot of different benefits to taking showers at night. Apparently, taking a shower 2 hours before bed or so, a warm one, apparently is a good healing process for your your hair follicles. But apparently, doing so every night or every other night can help you retain your hairline. And so, Jordan, that's some pretty darn useful information for me.
And it helps you retain your hairline,
Yes.
not bring it back.
You're so awful.
What?
That was a pretty pessimist freaking phrase or statement,
I mean,
sir.
that's just going off of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying you need.
Did you have to be
help.
that guy?
I'm
Did
not
you gotta be
saying
that guy?
I'm not saying you need help with your hairline. I'm just saying, like, for the folks out there that are like thinking about that. Oh man, that could fix my hair. No, it can't.
So what I'm thinking
It can save your hair.
is that I think I look at like old photos and I see my hairline back then, and I'm like, I don't exactly have like a receding hairline. It's just been whack for a very long time.
Yeah, you just have a really extensive widow's peak. I don't think
Yeah.
your hair is receding.
I don't
Not
think so yet.
You got to probably wait a few more years for that.
A few more decades.
At most, probably 10 more years.
Not with these warm showers at night. Douche canoe.
Well, I'm just
Golly,
I
you're
was
supposed to be
basing
my best friend.
I was basing it off of genetics. I mean, your dad is
Yeah.
bald.
Yep.
High chance, like very high probability, you're gonna be bald,
Nope.
like genetically. But
Nope.
But you can fix that,
Yep.
and that's what you plan on doing.
We are in a different age than when my dad started going bald.
True. I mean, he could still fix it today. Honestly.
Yeah, he could.
Wear an ugly as shit toupee.
No.
He would never do that. He
No.
would never do that.
But honestly, the seeds that they plant today is so accurate. It's so
yeah,
good.
there's a lot of really helpful ways when it comes to hair.
Beard seed implants, whack as hell.
Yeah.
That looks weird. Because it still looks too much like hair up here, and you're putting it on your face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why there's other methods. I've actually
Yeah.
been looking into them very minimally. Because oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
Because I have
you're
a very
excused.
poor beard.
Why?
It's patchy.
Is mine? My
You
cheeks
have-
are a little hollow.
You have like one spot. I think it's on both sides. It's like
Yeah, my
right-
cheeks are just
right
a
in
little
here.
bit hollow right here. But
Like,
it
it's
goes
just
away when
one
I grow
spot.
it long enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill this cat. What is it doing right now?
I don't know. Widow is staring at something.
Hey, yo, cat! If you make one more noise, I'm putting you outside.
I mean, that was like the
Okay.
first noise it made. First noise I
I know,
heard, at
but
least.
the cat's also distracting you.
I mean, I was talking at the same time.
I know. I'm not saying that you weren't listening. I'm just saying that this cat is, in general, a distraction. Yeah, go
It's a
upstairs.
good distraction.
Go upstairs now. Yep, you keep climbing that rope, baby girl. Mm-hmm. Keep going. Whatever.
The door's closed.
Oh, that cat knows how to open the door if it really wants to.
Is that how it keeps ending up down here?
I don't think it can pull, but it can definitely push.
Wild.
Wild. You want to get into fancers?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, baby.
Got a few good answers with this one.
I was a good boy and remembered to ask this week.
You asked it yesterday, didn't you? Or
No, I
earlier
asked it
today?
a few hours ago, about 4 or 5 hours ago. But
Maybe
yeah,
we should just
I
ask it at the end of the episode.
made myself not read any of these.
Like, as soon as we're done recording the episode, we should just ask the question.
That's a great answer, Jordan. How about you ask it?
What?
How about you ask it?
No.
Why?
Because they go to your page. You get a lot more answers than I would.
I don't think anybody specifically is waiting for that simple question on my Facebook.
I think there's a lot more people that view your Facebook account as the podcast account. I'd get some answers, but it'd be my mom
I
my
wish
grandma.
Scaldstone Productions was the podcast account, but
I wish so too. I really do.
The
but
only time it gets activity is when your mom and your grandma like him,
Mhm.
like the posts, and it bothers me.
Yeah, it just I think just the algorithm for that kind of sucked or something.
Yeah. I have little faith in Facebook, but our Instagram has always been healthy.
Our Instagram is always healthy. Yep.
But
I like the Instagram.
on with it. Simple question for my friends. What did you collect growing up? As said on last week's podcast. Deb Baker Belcher said, I had a lot of Barbies. Sabrina Carroll, a.k.a. Jordan's mom, said, unicorns. Katie James said, shot glasses. And Jordan said, you collected those as a 5-year-old, which is a pretty arbitrary age, but she said, yep, you can even ask Penny James. You know what's funny? She couldn't tag Penny because it was under my page. That's funny.
I don't understand. Do you have her blocked or something?
Maybe. Debbie Lingelbach.
Wait a second. Why?
Believe it or not, you're going to like this answer. Debbie Lingelbach, my Nana. Believe it or not, I loved Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. But my biggest collection was my stuffed animals. Every Valentine's, my dad would buy me a red and white stuffed animal. Beautiful. Nana always with the thorough answers. I like it. Christina Campbell says rocks, and I still have my main collection. Excuse me? Christina's just got like rocks that she just travels with wherever her life takes her. Imagine she keeps all her whole collection in a sock. She's always strapped.
Wow. Wow.
Eli Vredenberg said coins, Pokemon cards, and lots of bullet shells. Elena Cole, leaves, flowers, and rocks. You know, I started... At first, I was surprised by how many people said rocks. But then I was like, I kept some rocks in my room.
I never did rocks.
It's what poor kids collect. What are you talking about?
I never did rocks.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
My grandpa did rocks. My grandpa still does rocks. He collects heart-shaped rocks. I never did rocks.
I did rocks for a little bit. Ray Yule says Pokemon have stuff all the way back to Series 1. Dusty Morgan, my mom, says Barbies. Jennifer Rogers says seashells. Natalie Bensley Ramirez, trolls. She collected those trolls. Natalie Messenger, stickers. I'm with you there, Natalie. Evan Whitkey, a lot of Ben 10 stuff. Toys, trading cards, etc. Didn't get a lot of them, but made myself very happy with them. Nice. I like that for you, Evan. Trevor Holder said he likes to collect trauma. I am just now reading this one. Wow.
I read all of them.
Jackie
earlier.
Powell says rocks. I low-key... I don't know how I feel about you reading these answers ahead of time, sir.
I mean, they show up on my Facebook. What do you want me to do?
Okay. Pat, keep scrolling.
No.
Keep scrolling.
No.
Why?
I want to read them.
You're bound to hear them all.
I mean, yeah, but
Every time.
But like, I want to hear them, or I want to see them like when I see them. I don't want to be like, oh man, I gotta wait for this now. No.
Because like you see how many people have said something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of replies on this one. Yeah, Jackie Powell said rocks. Lola Ryan said rocks. Angie Balmer said stickers, seashells, troll dolls, stuffed animals. Jack Lingelbach. Oh, I was so excited to know what my papa said because my papa he's a collector and I just knew he had a good answer. Sports cards, old coins, and military models. Ooh, those are cool. PJ Rosales says experience points for RPG video games. I'm with you there, PJ.
No, you're not.
Not anymore.
You never really played a lot of RPG games. Like, the only ones you played was Assassin's Creed.
What about Diablo?
I guess, yeah.
Yes, sir. Diablo and Assassin's Creed.
Freaky
Assassin's Creed was my favorite franchise. I mean,
I do.
That's a big
have
answer.
To say, Isaac, I kind of don't like it when you wrap the cord around the legs.
I want you to know
makes
that I
it
was thinking
difficult
about you
to
when I was
transfer.
wrapping it, because although it does look like they're wrapped tightly, but they're gently wrapped.
Oh, I mean, it's not so much of how they're wrapped; it's the fact that they're wrapped at all. It just makes it more difficult if we have to have a guest over there.
Yeah, I
Get
know.
multiple mics, but
Yeah, I'm still a very large advocate for just getting another mic.
Oh yeah, I mean, I am too. That's why there's still 2 more arms, 2 more mics, and 2 more headsets on my Amazon wish list.
How much is it?
I think I told you it's like just below 300.
I wonder if I can make that work. We will see. But yeah, that has been Fancers. Thank you all for commenting. Today I've been thinking about, I wonder how many people actually know that every time I ask that question, it's being read on the podcast.
Your Nana definitely does.
My Nana
I'm
definitely does.
Pretty sure my mother does.
I think so too, but like sometimes I see people who don't comment very often, like PJ.
Are you friends with my dad on Facebook?
Don't think so.
You should
Actually, I
be.
think I am.
You should be.
I should be.
I'm gonna yell at my dad.
But like,
I need to
yeah,
call
there's definitely not all these people know that this is being said on the podcast, and I feel a little wrong for that. But at
Nah.
the same time, I think I'm gonna
It's our own
start
fault for not
advertising
listening.
that. I'm gonna start advertising that. With that said, Jordan, is it time to get those lips wet?
I don't know. Is it?
Are we skipping something?
I mean, there would be side quests.
Ooh,
but
there
you
is
can
side
save that-
quests.
You can save that for after or even
Should
before. I
should the
don't-
main event be side quests?
No.
Damn. All right, let's get these lips wet.
Okay. Today we are joined with some pretty cool cups.
Yes,
And
sir.
This Calpico. I'm not sure how to
Calpico.
It's a non-carbonated beverage. It is white peach flavored. It's a imported drink from Japan. Yeah, that's about all I got for you.
It's got 140 calories, 1% juice. What the hell is the rest of it?
Milk.
Really?
No.
Let's see. We got water, sugar, non-fat milk,
Oh, there
natural
actually
and
is milk.
artificial flavors, and then just a bunch of
Soy fiber.
way near the end is peach juice. Nothing really standing out in the rest of the list
Peach
besides
juice
like
concentrate.
typical stuff. Yeah. Ooh, great source of protein. 1 gram.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, get these. See, Jordan, I should be thanked for this hospitality of having ice on site.
The first time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Much appreciated. That's good.
But yes, we got our Viking mugs. Shout out to Tim for getting the mug that Jordan is currently working with for my birthday.
Now, I want to say I have had this once, but I do not remember it at all. It looked like milk.
Interesting.
It looked like milk.
Ooh, I'm either gonna love this or it's gonna freak me out.
I think it's going to freak you out.
Looks good in these Viking mugs though.
Viking milk.
Viking milk.
So I'm going to take a sip out of the bottle first. But here, let's dink it. Yeah, let's
Skull.
dink it.
I wish it made a louder dink. I don't know why you're gonna drink this room temp. I'm not gonna. How's the room temp, baby girl?
Interesting.
Why you gotta do that?
We're trying drinks on the podcast. Like, people are going to come for that.
Dog.
Not like...
Dog.
Not...
Dog.
No. No. That's not what I meant. You know it.
Do you see the color of the drink right now? Do you see the color of the drink? Sir? Sir?
Yes, I do.
All right. Initial thoughts?
So, I will. So cold. With it being cold, I'm getting a lot more high chew flavor from it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're so right.
Yep.
Wow.
From the warm one, there was a lot less candy flavor, more of the
Milk.
milky peachy milk.
I'll tell you what, it's not a very attractive look. I mean, the branding is nice, but the liquid itself is like,
Oh, I think it looks refreshing.
milk and water mixed together? Come on, man.
There was bugs in this cup.
What do you mean?
There's a bug floating in my cup.
That's awful. How the hell did that even happen?
I don't know, man. I picked him out.
Okay. This man is still going at it, though. Dear God. Like, I was so focused on cleaning this one out because it doesn't have the steel on the inside right now. Because I don't know where it went.
Oh, like you
Because
don't.
I live with 5 other people.
I didn't realize it wasn't in it.
Yep.
That's almost dangerous, actually.
Why is it dangerous, sir?
Because sometimes they might have like some sort of sealant or like stuff that's you're not supposed to really be drinking out of.
That's cool.
Isaac's gonna die in a week. Sorry, everyone.
It's alright. My legacy was shit. I mean, bad.
I'm very hungry right now.
I told you the main event of this episode should be us trying all the new McDonald's food.
It wasn't actually out yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When's it out? I guess it's a good segue into side quest. Jordan, what would you rank out of 10 this drink?
Solid 8.7.
Solid 8.7. I'm gonna give it a 7.8.
Why?
It's all right.
I think it's pretty good. I thought you'd like it more, honestly.
I think if the whole thing was cold, because if I take sips big enough, I'm just getting the warm liquid at the bottom that isn't floating with the ice.
Mine's pretty cold. Then again, mine's got the steel
Yes, sir.
steel thing.
But yeah, Scott.
So something neat I've actually been meaning to bring up to you.
Yes, sir.
There was a new Star Wars show. It was the Ahsoka TV show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There was two characters in it called Baylan Skull and Shin Hati.
I thought you were done after saying Bale and Skull.
No,
Like one person's name is Bale, and the other's Skull.
Baylan Skull and
Bale
Shin
and Skull.
Hati.
Shinhati. Why we mention this?
Do those names not ring a bell to you at all?
Say it again.
Baylan Skull and Shin Hati.
Bale and Skull. Shinhati.
Let me give you a hint. The last names.
Skull. Skull
And Hati.
and Hati.
Skull and Hati. The wolves that chase the sun and the moon around. In Norse mythology.
Really?
What?
I don't know about Hati. But I like that. It's a nice touch.
Wait, you actually didn't know about that?
No.
Really?
I'm sorry. I don't know everything about everything.
That's like basic knowledge.
I don't know. I think basic knowledge is
No, I'm
like
being.
the Jormungandr.
That is probably less basic than Skull and Hati.
Jormungandr?
Yeah.
The world serpent?
Yeah.
Okay, Thor's hammer.
That's basic, yeah.
Yes, sir. I did not know about that. I guess I'll have something to say on next week's podcast for what I learned this week.
I'm actually very surprised you didn't know about Scolonati.
Nope.
Do you? So I guess do you actually not know a lot about Norse mythology?
Honestly, all I know is like from what I've learned from the Viking show. And like very, very surface level research.
Really?
I know more.
Honestly, I thought you knew a lot about it.
I know more about Viking life and culture, way more than like Norse mythology.
I mean, I guess I'd say the culture is part of that, but
Well, of course.
I get what you're trying to get at. Yeah.
Yeah, I know more about their day to day than I do about the stories of their gods.
Interesting.
Sorry to disappoint.
I'm just surprised, I guess. You should definitely play the God of War, or the new God of War games.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll learn a thing or two.
I mean, a lot of it is slightly skewed because it's a version of Norse mythology that includes Kratos in it.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of it's pretty accurate.
I don't know. I think I've thought about the idea of studying Norse mythology. But like I've come to that age, or maybe there's just like this small thing that's bothering me, or it's like, why would I study a religion that I know is false?
History.
True. I was a big history buff. I was super into Greek mythology, so.
And who knows if it's false? Maybe it's just an alteration on the Christian mythology.
There's Christian mythology?
Using
So-
that as a word
Sir?
for mythos. Is that what you want? Do you want?
Sorry, before I piss off every non-Christian listener, yeah, it's fun to learn. Just history. So I'll probably take you up on that one. I mean, I got a couple books that probably mention a little bit about Norse mythology.
yeah, certainly.
But yeah.
I see you got Barbie up there now.
Yeah, I do. See, I've thought about, maybe it doesn't have to be just popcorn tins back here, but maybe it's movie-related things. Or film-related things. Your mom's going to give me the Taylor Swift Eras Tour cup.
That's funny.
Yes, sir. I actually wanted to get a popcorn tin of it, but it wasn't at the Cinemark I was at.
Nice. I think it'd be really cool to have like a roll of film back there, or it'd be really cool.
I want a actual movie clapper that was used for not Dungeons and Dragons, Guardians of the Galaxy. I want a clapper that was used for the set of Guardians of the Galaxy.
They reuse those, right?
I know, but like, dog, there is a photo from James Gunn that was taken about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I was like, bro, I want that. Which seems a little, consumerism, blah, blah, blah. Materialistic, blah, blah, blah. But like,
what's that got to do with what?
A clapper that is just so connected to a lot of things and people that I love and appreciate and look up to. And I'm like, that looks so cool. I don't know, just the aesthetic of it all. Let me find it. He posted on his Instagram.
I'm not, those do exist. I'm not doubting their existence or saying they don't exist. I'm just saying the likelihood of them having taken that exact clapper or any of the clappers they used for the production of those movies, erased them, and wrote on a new movie is incredibly high.
Not when it looks like that.
True. But
sorry, folks, but I just had to show Jordan that it says Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on the actual clapper, and it's not written there.
So
it's like actually like made for that.
Well, I'm curious. It's got a transparent thing on it, so it might be like a sandwich thing.
Yeah, it might be like a thing that's clipped in or something like that.
Yeah.
I know. But it's still sexy looking, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. There it is.
That
Yeah.
would be, yes. I'm not saying that
Like to
wouldn't be
just-
one of the sickest things to have in the world. It certainly would be. But
yeah,
like,
I would
it's
love a clapper.
not going to be easy to obtain.
Yeah, I know. I'll DM them when I'm famous one day.
You work together on a project.
Hey,
yo.
remember that time in 2021 when you started work on the Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Oh, we got an on-site fancers. Amir Osmanovich said insects. He collected insects as a kid.
I know a few kids that did that.
Yep, I did that.
Really?
So my grandma had bought me something for my birthday or Christmas. I don't know. Either way, I was not immediately able to use it because it was starting to be the dead of winter and there was no bugs outside. But it was like this thing with tubes and bubbles, all made out of plastic, like clear plastic, and it had holes. And the idea was that you could make your own little ecosystem.
Terrarium.
Yeah, yeah. And like throw like ants and spiders and, you know, as a kid you want them to all get along and then you see them killing each other and it's like super sad and yeah.
How old were you? Because like I'm gonna be like, if I was like at least 4, I would not have wanted them to get along. I would have understood that like that thing's gonna kill everything.
I don't know. I wanted them to get along. I think I was like 10, maybe 9.
But then again, maybe that's just because I had a early set fear of spiders.
Early set fear of spiders. There was an era in my life where I was not afraid of like any bugs. Like, I don't know. It was super weird because I remember one time my grandpa, or at least being on my grandpa's farm, I found this all white spider, and I thought it was like so fascinating to find this all white spider, and I would let it crawl up and down my arms, and I just let it happen.
That would make me cry.
Really? Dude, it was so gentle and nice, and it wasn't trying to hurt me or anything. And then a frog fell on me, and I lost it, and I started playing with the frog. And so, yeah. And that's my story.
That's your story.
Yeah. You know what pisses me off, Jordan?
What?
Complete strangers that come up to me and make fun of my lack of knowledge of
wanna
cars.
talk about that? Okay.
Yeah. So, folks, as mentioned on this podcast multiple times, my car isn't perfect. With that said, when I first got the car, the previous owner told me, hey, I just got an oil change on it. You don't got to worry about it. Well, I did have to worry about it because less than a month later, it started making these wacky, scary, expensive sounding sounds down the road. And I'm like, I have no clue what this is. It can't be the oil because I was told it was fine. Well, it was. And it was bone dry. And so we didn't have to change the oil because there was no oil in it. So we had to
Fill it back up.
top it off.
Top it off. Okay.
Yeah, that's what Jordan would say.
You should still replace that oil filter as soon as possible.
I know.
Definitely got an oil leak somewhere.
I say all that because if I had actually gone to a place that does oil changes, they would put a sticker on my car window and mark how many miles my car would be at and give me note of when I should get my next oil change.
For 3,000 to 5,000 miles.
Yes. And so I vaguely remembered when I had that
Yeah,
first
due for
initial oil change, and I was looking at my mileage this past month and a half, and I'm like, I'm probably getting close. And then I just didn't remember often enough to make an appointment, and I also didn't have the money because October has been the brokest month of the year for me, due to workload changes and new job changes and all this stuff. And I'm in a hiccup financially. I've managed to pay all my bills so far, and I think this is the roughest it's gonna get for a while. But I think I'm coming in close on some new regular income.
You sacrifice some things for your career, your future career.
Yeah, you do. But yeah, I say all that to say that it happened to me again, where my car was making those noises, and I'm like, shoot, I gotta get an oil in this as soon as possible. And so, yeah,
I'm still kind of confused as to why you took your mother in the first place.
Going back to how broke I am, I asked my mom if she could buy the oil.
Okay. Question answered.
So, yeah, this happens on Wednesday. I find out that my car's making these noises when I go from school to home. And I'm like, shoot. And I give my employer a text. I'm like, hey, my car's making awful noises. I can't come in tonight. What can I do? And they're like, okay, we got you covered. That's cool. And so I was thinking, oh, it's only like 4 o'clock. When my mom gets home, we can take care of this tonight. And then I was like, oh, no, we'll just do it tomorrow. And then that's when she conned me into hanging out with her until I went to work at 3 p.m. the next day, a.k.a. today. My mom wanted to go to Great Grandma C's, which, no offense, Grandma C, I love you. I love hanging out with you. We should do it more often. But, like,
Not when you got things to do.
when I work at 3 and my mom is saying at 12 that we should go to Grandma's, and I know that a trip to Grandma's is at least an hour long, that's going to give me anxiety. Like, my mom thinks I have a problem when I say that I have anxiety if I'm not anywhere but home before working shifts. But, like, I don't want to worry about my schedule or my time or what time it is the entire day before work.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it was with me when I did closing shifts at Hy-Vee. Like, oh, I'd wake up and I would always watch the clock for when it's like 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. or something, which is why I prefer morning shifts. Because you wake up, go to work, boom, you get the whole afternoon.
That's why I think I'm going to adjust my sleeping schedule so that I continue to just wake up when I have to go to work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get that out of the way. It's like doing homework before video games. Yeah. But yeah, it didn't really come to my knowledge being bothered. I was mostly just worried about time because, we woke up in the morning and then my mom didn't get out of bed and get ready until like 11. And I'm like, shoot, we got 4 hours until I gotta go to work. That's my mentality on it, I got 4. What are you looking at?
We've already been recording for 43 minutes.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah. That's wild, actually.
That's trippy.
That was fast.
Yeah. If it went fast for us, it might go fast for the viewers.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been having a good time somehow.
All right, please continue, yes.
But anyways, that was mostly what I was worried about. Because, she took me to the... Oh, by the way, everywhere we went,
It was for her.
she brought... It wasn't even that. I mean, it was that, but that part didn't bother me. She brought the dog. She brought the puppy.
Why?
Dude, she drives with the puppy in her lap.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that dog gonna get bigger.
Yeah. But it's not big right now,
But
so I wouldn't worry about it now. I mean, that's a pretty common thing.
Yeah, but like she was petting the dog while driving, and I'm like, Mom, you're in the other lane right now. Please, hands on the wheel. You're making me nervous. But it's whatever.
That's
It's
just
my
'cause,
mom.
like,
It's my mom.
You get nervous with anyone just driving.
Absolutely. I'm
Unless
the
it's
worst
you.
passenger of all time.
I wouldn't say the
passenger
worst
of all time.
passenger of all time. You don't scream at the top of your lungs like, but like.
Oh, that's my mom, actually. It's genetic. Holy cow. But yeah, first we went to the gas station so she could buy coffee. And then after that, we went to CIV.
Okay.
We were in the CIV parking lot for 30 minutes
Why?
because she spent 20 of them in the store. And now that's
Okay.
not on my mom. The way she came back into the car, she's like, "Oh, those people are stupid. They didn't know what they were talking about or whatever." But like, it could have still been only 20 minutes.
I thought you meant like you and your mom were both in the parking lot for 30 minutes.
Nope, just me with
Wow.
the dog. My mom went inside.
Just me with the dog. What the dog doing?
And so, yeah, I'm like, Mom, it is almost noon. Please, let's go do this oil change. Because I don't need to go over again how she wanted to go to Grandma's. But I put my foot down. I'm like, I cannot do that. So, yeah, we go to AutoZone. I'm in the car with the dog. And my mom comes out and she's laughing at herself, or she's laughing to herself. I'm like, what's that about? She's like, oh, me and the guy in there, we were laughing about how my son is he doesn't know how to do an oil change, and it's my second time getting oil for him because it's bone dry. And I'm like, oh, you just talked about that with a stranger? Well, okay, cool. So I was just a little insulted. It was like a little bit of setup for me to be completely pissed later. Because I'm like, I don't appreciate that because I've never missed an oil change with more than half of my vehicles. I've always been good with oil, except for if there's like means to where either I was 16 and driving my sister's Cavalier. That's what happened with that one. And then, this is the third time where I let the oil go down a little bit lower than it should in my entire life of owning a vehicle. And this time it's because I did not have any reference for what miles. And even then, like I said, I knew it was coming. It's just I did not have the financial means or the memory while I had the financial means.
People expect you to be checking your oil every day. I'm like, no, you don't do that. Why do you expect me to do that? Like, what the heck?
I don't know.
No, that's not how it works.
I don't know. It's just like this very, very unique pet peeve of mine where it's like, I don't know a lot about cars, and then you make fun of me and invalidate one of the few things I actually do know about cars. It kind of pisses me off. I cannot believe what happened in my own driveway today. Where, we get out, we get home, we got the oil. I want to grab it and go do it. My mom's like, no, I'm going to do it and show you how to do it. I'm like, excuse me? I know how to. You fill it up. You fill it up. And then she gets a funnel, which I probably would have gotten. And then, pours a little bit and waits for it to drain. Pours a little bit, waits for it to drain, like I would have done. And I'm just sitting here, held hostage, with the dog on a leash, watching my mom. And then out of nowhere is this old dude
I'm gonna pause
just
here.
walking. What?
When you told me this earlier today, I didn't realize it was in your own driveway.
Mm-hmm.
That adds a whole new layer.
Whole new layer. The audacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if it was in the parking lot of AutoZone, I'd be like, okay. The guy was just trying to be a guy, you know. Okay, please continue.
Yeah. Pissed me all the way off, dog. Are you kidding? This guy, I see him across the street and think nothing of it. I look up again. He's on the sidewalk right next to my car, and he's approaching me. And I'm like, what the hell is this? In my head. And he comes up. The first thing he does is he looks straight at my mom. He's like, working on your son's vehicle, eh? She's like, yeah. I cannot retell you everything that was said verbatim because I do not
you were
remember
in a
it.
blind rage.
But yeah, I was immediately enraged, not by those initial comments, but I don't remember exactly what was said. But it was words that was talking about, oh, my mom has to do this because I suck shit at cars. He's like, yeah, it's usually the man that's showing the woman how things work. That's one of the things that he said exactly.
No, that's just a sexist comment in general, but like, yeah.
And so, you know, this guy, for some reason, wouldn't leave. So I left with my mom out there by herself with that stranger of a man. Maybe it was a bad call. But I was like, I'm taking myself out of this situation because I'm not taking these comments any further. And so, yeah, my mom comes back inside. She's like, he could have kidnapped me. What the heck, Isaac? I'm like, he was not going to do that. She's like, yeah, apparently he owns a few of these houses on the road and he tenants it. I'm like, cool. She's like, yeah, I actually forgot to talk to him about getting possibly you a place to live just right across the street from me. And I'm like, I would never give that dude a freaking dime of my money. She's like, why? Did you see all of the assumptions he made about me and my car? What kind of assumptions would he make about me and where I live and how I live? Are you insane? That guy can he can do something to himself. For lack of a more clean term.
You want me to say it?
Sure.
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay. But
I
yeah,
am trying to be a better boy.
That just rubbed me the wrong way, and it's not often that I get completely pissed off at strangers outside of my vehicle. But like,
wait a second. Okay, took me a second.
road rage. Yeah. But like, oh my goodness, that was so cartoonish. The pre-setup of it already kind of bothering me that my mom was talking to like this guy, like a complete lie and a laugh at the counter at AutoZone. Okay. A little annoying, I can deal with that. But for some dude, it was like lazy writing but come to life. Some dude just sent by God to piss me off, and almost exclusively to piss me off, because I didn't learn a damn thing about his presence, okay? I didn't grow as a man for him to be in my life.
God made it happen somehow for some reason.
Yeah, because God's like, oh, Isaac needs freaking podcast content this week because he doesn't know what the main event is of this episode. Here you go, Isaac. Such a good sense of humor, Jesus. I love you. I don't like this man. Get him away from me. Anyways, that's just what's been bothering me. I'm over it now. And I was over it, I don't know, less than 30 minutes after the entire fact. But I did get a little ramped up in the retelling of that story.
All right, Jordan, what did you do this
The
week?
audacity. Yeah, Jordan, what you've been up to, Don?
I went to a wedding.
Didn't we talk about that last week?
I don't think so. You said... Man,
Weddings and birthdays. Weddings and birthdays.
That was you said. You were saying that for last week. I'm trying.
But
to think.
honestly, I was thinking about. Did you just mention that you went to a wedding, or did you actually talk about the wedding?
So when did we record last week?
We recorded last week. I mean, I think on a typical Thursday. Yeah, we recorded. Friday morning.
Yeah, so that would have been.
We recorded Friday morning.
That would have been the night of the rehearsal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you actually have yet to talk about the actual wedding.
Yes.
Talk about the actual wedding, BBG.
The actual wedding was
This means
fantastic.
I can label episode 61 just my birthday, and this episode can be the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mean potatoes, suddenly, everybody. Yeah. I'll pick that up later.
You missed so terribly.
It hit the garbage can, but the garbage can is so immensely full that nothing is getting in there. Okay. You're so much closer to the trash can than me. Okay, sir.
Your reaction was just like, okay. I mean, you just lobbed that thing at the wall, essentially. What did you
It's called a
expect to
bank
happen?
shot, sir.
It's a bottle. It's gonna bounce.
Yeah, into the trash can.
No. Anyways, the day after we recorded our last episode, Friday the 13th, I had a wedding. Brooke's wedding. My cousin Brooke. Yeah. She's a very wonderful person. I love her with all of my heart.
Is she, though?
Yes.
Do you, though?
Yes.
Alrighty. Brooke, you valid. What's her new last name?
Carter.
Brooke Carter. Brooke Carter.
Brooke Harder.
Brooke Carter.
Brooke Carter.
Brooke Carter.
Yep. She's a very wonderful person. I do love her a lot. She was, I don't know, I could say some really heartfelt things that I'm not going to say right now.
Why? Would you cry?
Probably.
That's content.
But yeah, she was there for me when literally no one else was.
Yeah, and that was
Charlie.
before Jordan and I, we were good, close friends.
Yeah, Brooke was great. Brooke was great.
Yeah.
She is great. Yep.
Yep. And then he found me.
No.
He never found me.
No.
We're strangers.
I'm still looking.
Two strangers right now having a whole podcast.
Still looking for you right
Somehow doing it for over a year now. Oh boy. Yep, my Nana just really likes that one.
Sorry, Nana.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
A little bit, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I said, just a little bit, though.
Yep.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Brooke is, she was at one point, I'd say, my best friend. We lived in an apartment together for nearly 3 years.
I wonder what it would be like to be best friends with your cousin. Like, I have one cousin, and although Lexi and I are dope, but she's 10 years younger than me. And so, yeah, I guess I never had that.
You know, it's really weird. I just thought of this. So Brooke and her sister Holly
I have two cousins. Sorry, Corey.
have always been more like siblings. Like we were always around each other, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so much so that Brooke and Hollywood might as well have been my cousins growing up because I was around a lot with them as well. Mm-hmm. We were like a crew, like a big crew. Mm-hmm. It was insane.
And then my sister, she's honestly more like a cousin.
Oh my gosh!
So like, I got a sister that's a cousin and a cousin that's a sister, and you got a cousin, yeah.
You got a cousin, yeah. I think every sister that I have that is younger than Kennedy does. We see
3.
each other on like cousin terms.
There's 3 of them.
Actually, 4 of them. 5 of them.
that are younger than Kennedy?
I mean, I'm dead to one of them. So.
Who?
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 I might as well not say their name.
A?
Yeah?
That doesn't... I've never counted her.
That's harsh.
She was not...
All right. But yeah, I mean, there's Uma, there's Emery, there's Owen, there's Isabella.
That's not a sister.
Uma?
No, Owen.
Oh, okay, yeah. Siblings. But yeah, I see them probably less often than cousins see each other in a healthy family.
You will someday.
Oh, I will, because
I think
one day I'll have all the money, and then all my siblings and all my cousins will be like, "Hey, Isaac."
Well, I mean,
We've
more
been
like
tight since day
when you guys are all adults and everything. I think you're gonna be a lot more.
Oh,
a lot
dude,
closer.
we are going to run the show of family gatherings.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? It's going to be the old dude Isaac in the Funky Bunch. Are you kidding me? Oh, are you kidding me? Come on.
She's not too far behind you.
Yeah, she's 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have the biggest gap of
She's
22.
Uma is 8 years old.
I was talking about your youngest sister.
Oh, Isabella. Yeah, I am 22
22
years older than her. Yep.
That's going to be weird when he's 44 and she's 22.
Yep, and I'll be like, I was your age when you were born, man. And she's going to be like, who are you? I'm so sorry.
Who's this old man at her door?
I'm laughing too hard at that because it's sad.
Why did she kind of look like my dad?
Stop it. Stop it. You're going to get punched. Oh, that was good, though. Oh, my goodness. Jordan, talk to me about Dungeons and... No. Talk more about the wedding.
The wedding was
How'd
beautiful.
the wedding go?
The wedding was beautiful. They say it's good luck if it rains on your wedding. So, yeah. It was a little bit rainy. We actually had honestly...
You know how I know it was a little bit rainy?
Why?
Because it rained on my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brooke, that's the last time you schedule your freaking wedding on my birthday.
Well, the wedding was the day after your birthday. The rehearsal was on your
yeah,
birthday.
it still affected my best friend's schedule for my birthday. No offense, Brooke. Love you, Brooke.
We had a
Go Raiders.
perfectly timed window. I don't know. God worked some miracles. He did. It was a perfect window for the actual ceremony. It stopped raining right before we started. Started raining right after we ended.
Really?
Yep. It was
That's
perfect.
cool.
It was perfect.
That is cool.
Yeah, no. I looked really nice. Brooke looks beautiful. Tyler looked very nice. He got a really good deal on a whole suit. $300
Nice.
from Men's Warehouse.
Nice.
That was wild.
Nice.
I spent more than half that on my tie.
We got to address that. Why would you ever spend $170 on a tie?
I needed a tie.
Jordan, you could have gone to Dillard's like I told you.
I don't remember you saying that at all.
It's in the group chat.
I'm sure it is.
You could have gotten a $30 tie that was white. They have entire tie racks of any tie that you want. Did you return the tie?
No.
Return the tie.
I like the tie.
Return
I
the
like
tie.
it, though.
Jordan,
I like it.
we can
like
get
it.
a mic and an arm for what you put into this freaking tie.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to. This is my money.
It is your money.
Told me to stop buying things for the podcast, so I did.
Good. Do you know how many Starfield DLCs you can download with $170?
I
You
like
know how
the
many
tie. I
packs
like
of
the
ramen?
tie. It's nice. My buddy Sam over at Mr. B, he hooked me up. The first time I had seen him since high school. Actually, he's a really cool dude. He was one of the coolest people I went to high school with. He's great.
And he got the sucker out of familiarity. $170.
Yeah.
He can't say no to an old high school friend. What?
I also, like I said, I needed a tie. I was like late, so
I wish I was with you.
I was late, so I was like, I have to buy it. I saw the price tag. I was like, okay, well, oh well.
Please return it.
I'm not going to.
Please.
I don't want to.
Jordan,
I don't want to.
there's still time.
I don't want to.
Why?
Because I like it. It actually is a really nice tie.
Do you think it's worth every penny?
I mean, no. But, like, have you ever bought something for way more than what it's worth?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah. Have you returned them?
I wanted to, but people on Facebook ghost you. Okay? Okay? Sometimes you make a $10,000 mistake every now and then, but it's whatever. Jordan,
What?
when are you going to wear that tie again?
Hopefully soon, actually.
Yeah? For what?
I don't know. Whatever event, or maybe I become a manager at Hy-Vee. I don't know. We'll see.
Wouldn't that be funny? I bought this tie. I got to make use of it. I suddenly have aspirations to become a manager at Hy-Vee.
I mean, I've always had that.
I know, but like, please appreciate the hypothetical. Sorry. Jordan, talk to me about Dungeons and Dragons. What you
I'm
been
not
doing?
done with the wedding fart.
Okay.
Okay, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
We had a lot of fun. They used some of the meat, the schmeat that we had got.
Did
for
any of the
podcast
bridesmaids
event.
fall in love with you?
I mean, I don't think my cousin can fall in love with me.
There was one bridesmaid.
No, that's not true. There was two of them. It was I can't actually. No, there was three of them. Yeah, because there was Hollywood. There was, I think, Tyler's sister.
Oh God. I have to make my siblings part of my wedding.
Maybe that, or it was Tyler's best friends. No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Did anybody fall in love with you?
No.
Did you try to fall in love with anybody?
No.
Was it just like, what's up with that?
I mean, my ex-girlfriend was there.
Did you try to fall in love with her?
No.
Did she try to fall in love with you?
I don't know.
I don't know, maybe.
She is apparently in a pretty rough relationship right now. Probably shouldn't talk about this. Kind of don't want to, actually.
Yeah.
That's some long silence right there. Anyways, yeah. So the
Once you're with
reception was
Jordan
pretty-
Van Cleve, you wished you'd never leave.
we had a good meal. They used, like I said, some of the meat that I provided my aunt from our podcast event. They used it for walking taco meat. It was pretty great, actually. They were really good.
Good. You're talking about like the cool aunt,
Jody.
Jody.
I mean, it's the only aunt I have.
Jody is
other
dope.
on my mom's side. That is.
Jody is awesome.
I have I had two aunts on my dad's side.
You know who I wish
One
I
of
was
them is no
closer
longer
to
with us, but
in my Rolodex of people in my life?
who's that?
Jody. Jody is the bomb.
Yeah.
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 All right.
What?
It was a nice little event area.
Should I have gone?
I really wish you did. Brooke asked me if you and your family were coming. I was like, well, I thought they were, and then they didn't.
How'd you feel about that?
I was a little bit upset, actually.
Damn. I'll go to her anniversary.
They fly to Hawaii. You just show up there. Hey, I'm here.
Better late than never. Oh gosh, I feel so bad now. I want you to know that I took the fattest nap that day. I for real did, bro. Because I went to work in the morning, and then I just didn't have wedding clothes. Honestly, if I had like wedding clothes,
What happened to your fucking the thing you bought, the coat you bought? You bought like a really nice one for Casey's wedding.
Oh, that wasn't purchased.
What
That was just a blazer I had.
Yeah. What happened to it?
Well, for some reason, when I go like this, it's just way too tight.
That's usually what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Don't do that.
honestly,
Problem solved.
Honestly, I don't know where that is, dude. I've moved so many times, and I've lost so many good clothes.
I mean, you've moved.
Like, I have to
You've
go to a
moved
funeral.
one time since you purchased that.
I have to go to I didn't purchase it.
Whatever.
It was given to me by someone mysteriously. I don't know, but
Because I remember it was hanging up in our closet, in the closet right next to the front door.
I have to go
And I handed
to
it to
a
you.
Catholic funeral later this month.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna wear.
Not later this month. Next week.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Tomato, tomato. Can you stop? You sound like a gay moose, sir. Not that there's anything wrong with being a gay moose. If you identify as a gay moose, I'll support it. But like, stop doing that.
Okay. All right.
You really sound like it's 12:41 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Really?
Right.
Do you want to cut this off?
We're getting there. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. It's trying to think of anything else I should probably say. I was the DJ in the wedding, I guess.
Really?
if you want-
I did that once.
Not really. All I did was just press play on songs at certain cues and whatnot, and then I just pressed play on the playlist.
We for real did the exact same thing at a wedding this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to dress nice for that.
Really?
I even had one of the boutonniere thingies or whatever.
I wore a Hawaiian shirt and a sun hat.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wore a suit.
You see, when you get the first opportunity to be an actual DJ, you gotta dub smoke it up. You know what I'm saying?
I even had my very own special list of things.
Special list of things.
Yeah, like everyone who was involved in the wedding
She
had
put you to work.
had like a folder and special time frames and special announcements or whatever.
Interesting.
It was cool. It was fun. I wish I kept the folder. I left it there with Brooke, and I need to send her a message because I want it. I don't know if she still has it. She may have just thrown it away and make me sad if she did, but you know. But yeah, we'll talk about D&D some other time. It's fine.
Yeah, we will. I hated that topic. Jordan. What are you doing? I'm kidding. I want you to know I'm kidding. What are you doing? Is this man about to text me? I think he's texting me. Jordan, you can say it to my face right now. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Come on. Come on, baby, come on. Jordan, what on earth are you doing, dog? This is taking way too long, and I cannot fill in the silence for much longer. Oh, looks like he just sent it to me. What's going on? Oh, nope, he FaceTime called me. Am I supposed to answer this? Jordan.
You're not very nice.
That... Why?
Why? What?
I love you, Jordan.
I mean, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Dungeons and Dragons is a terrible game for Satanists, and I will never be playing. Are you calling me again? What the hell? Hello?
You're not very nice.
Is this all you're gonna say? My guy.
We time out.
Holy cow. My shorts are riding up so far, and that's why we keep the camera high. We keep the camera high. Because the shot doesn't have a legsies in it. Are you going to talk to me and continue this podcast? That says something. Wow. You're a donkey. Thank you. I like to refer to myself as a burro.
All right. So please follow us on the Too Many Words Instagram page at Too Many Words Podcast.
Follow us on all listening platforms. Just search up Too Many Words. You got this.
Yeah, we're on everything you can think of.
And
Anything
on
you
YouTube,
the boob tube.
just find Scaldstone Productions on YouTube, or just for short, Scaldstone. We're pretty reachable there because we are the most famous and successful production crew, production brand.
Under that name.
Under that name, yeah.
Yes.
And shot in the mother's basement in Urbandale.
Even though we're not quite legitimate yet, we will be. And we will be.
We will one day be taken seriously.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
We will rival Universal Studios. Perhaps not. But yeah, that's where you can find us all on socials and listening platforms and watching platforms. Please like and share wherever you're at, because if you do that, it'll help the algorithm to reaching new people, and we won't have to beg you to share it yourself at all times.
Or share it with your dog.
Yeah, tell your dog about the podcast. He'll go woof.
Oh.
A woof.
Oh.
Yep. And
Or
then,
cat.
yeah, honestly, if you show it to your cat, about 40 episodes in, your cat will start actually speaking English because it has gained so much new knowledge. Jordan, what's the question for this episode? Jordan, come on. Come on, Jordan.
What's your pet peeve?
What's a pet peeve of yours?
No.
Do you think that would grant a lot of responses?
Yes.
You think so?
There's one thing people can rally behind, and that's rage.
Are you thinking of only your mother?
No, I'm thinking of, like, the populace.
All right, I'll think of What's your pet peeve?
Or maybe we can do...
I like it. Don't suggest another thing.
Okay.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Or we can do something like... what was your favorite wedding?
Because no.
My own.
Oh yeah, people have been married. That's right. Not I. Damn. But yeah. Yeah. What is your pet peeve? Question of the week. Jordan, who or what do you dedicate this episode out to?
This podcast episode goes out to Steve Jobs.
Okay. I have recently been informed that I never dedicated an episode to my Nana, which I feel like is false.
That is false. That is false. It was like one of the first few episodes we recorded in this basement.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to think so too, because my Nana
I remember
said
you
that
saying
she finally got an episode dedicated to her by Armin.
I know for a fact you dedicated one to her.
I swear I did. Because there's this thought in the back of my mind where it's like, oh, I dedicate this episode to Grandma Kay, because I did dedicate an episode to Grandma Kay.
It was really close to that one.
But I think I definitely dedicated an episode to my Nana. Which also then, did I dedicate last week's episode to my Papa?
I think so, yeah.
Because he got me that Raiders hoodie.
Yeah.
Because like I was like, oh my goodness. As I talk about this right now, I'm like, did I ever do one for my Papa? Because if I didn't, that kind of sucks. But yeah, I think I got you, Papa.
I like how you left the first three still have the original like khaki colored logo.
What are we talking about?
Like on Spotify, they still have like the original like.
Oh yeah, like that was that's like the original trilogy. This episode goes out to the Marketplace movie. Please, please, please stay tuned for the Marketplace movie. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, man.
Amen on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.